Have you ever wondered what would happen if one day all the oxygen on Earth just disappeared? Now that's a thought to ponder. Don't worry, we're not predicting a doomsday scenario. We're merely exploring the profound role of oxygen in our world. As we go about our daily lives, the air we breathe may seem unremarkable, yet it's anything but ordinary. Let's take a moment to appreciate the oxygen around us. It's produced through a miraculous process known as photosynthesis, where green plants and algae convert sunlight, water and carbon dioxide into glucose and, you guessed it, oxygen. This process is not just a botanical wonder, it's the very foundation of life on Earth. Now, let's delve into the life-giving role of oxygen. It's not just about taking that deep breath when you're feeling stressed or the satisfaction of inhaling crisp, fresh air on a morning walk. The oxygen we breathe in is carried by our blood to every cell in our bodies, fueling them to produce the energy we need to live, move, think, feel, basically everything we do. But it's not just about us humans. Oxygen is a vital player in the grand orchestra of life on Earth. It sustains a vast array of species, from the smallest insects to the largest whales. It's an essential participant in the complex dance of ecosystems, where plants, animals and microorganisms interact in a delicate balance. The role of oxygen extends beyond the biological sphere. It's also involved in various natural processes that shape our world. For example, the weathering of rocks, the creation of natural fires and the formation of water. All these processes and more would be impossible without oxygen. So the next time you take a breath, remember that you're not just filling your lungs with air, you're partaking in a global symphony of life, powered by the humble oxygen molecule. Oxygen, as we know, is the invisible life force that keeps our world vibrant and alive. Now imagine a world where oxygen, as we know it, ceases to exist. An eerie silence falls upon the planet as the very essence of life, oxygen, disappears. Let's take a moment to understand the immediate and profound impacts this would have on us humans. Without oxygen, the act of breathing would transform from an effortless, unconscious action to an impossible task. Our lungs would struggle, gasping for a gas that no longer exists. The oxygen-rich blood that courses through our veins, delivering life to every cell, would cease to flow. Our bodies would quickly succumb to hypoxia, a state of oxygen deficiency, leading to a rapid systemic failure. In just a few minutes, humanity would face a reality beyond our worst nightmares. A world where breathing, an act as natural as blinking, becomes impossible. But the ripple effects of an oxygen-free world wouldn't stop at humans. It would extend to all oxygen-dependent species, disrupting the delicate balance of life on Earth. From the smallest insects to the largest mammals, life would struggle and eventually cease to exist. The food chain, a complex web of interactions, would crumble as primary producers like plants fail to photosynthesize without oxygen. This disruption would set off a domino effect, leading to the extinction of herbivores and subsequently the predators that rely on them for sustenance. The oceans, too, would not be spared from this catastrophe. Aquatic life forms that depend on dissolved oxygen would perish, turning our vibrant seas into lifeless bodies of water. The once bustling coral reefs would turn into underwater ghost towns, devoid of the colourful marine life that once thrived there. The absence of oxygen would indeed trigger a domino effect, disrupting life as we know it. This scenario paints a grim picture, but it underscores the profound role oxygen plays in sustaining life. It emphasizes the delicate balance that exists within our ecosystems, a balance that hinges on the presence of this life-giving gas. So, the next time you take a deep breath, remember the remarkable world that oxygen makes possible. Without oxygen, our atmosphere would undergo dramatic changes. Imagine the sky not as a vast blue expanse, but as a dark, alien landscape. That's because oxygen molecules scatter short-wavelength light, such blues and violets, to the far corners of the horizon. Without it, the sky would appear dark during the day. And it's not just the colour of our skies that would change. Our weather systems would be drastically different. Oxygen plays a critical role in the formation of ozone, which protects us from the sun's harmful ultraviolet radiation. With no ozone layer, our planet would be exposed to intense UV radiation, causing a rapid rise in temperatures and potentially triggering extreme weather patterns. Furthermore, the absence of oxygen would also alter the very dynamics of our atmosphere, changing wind patterns and air pressure systems. A world without oxygen isn't just about losing a life-sustaining gas. It's about altering the very fabric of our planet's identity. A world without oxygen would be a world transformed. In the face of such drastic changes, could life find a way? As we dive into this question, let's remember that life on Earth is incredibly resilient and has proven its ability to adapt over billions of years. In an oxygen-free world, life might evolve in surprising ways. We could envision the emergence of anaerobic organisms, similar to those found in extreme environments like deep-sea vents, where oxygen is scarce. These creatures survive by converting chemicals in their environment into energy, a process known as chemosynthesis. On the other hand, existing life forms could potentially adapt through profound physiological changes, developing new ways to extract energy from their surroundings. This might involve a shift towards a more primitive form of metabolism, reminiscent of life before oxygen was abundant on Earth. In this radically different world, life would likely be unrecognizable to us, but it's a testament to the power of evolution and the tenacity of life. Life, as it turns out, might find a way to persist, even in the most challenging conditions. Our exploration of a world without oxygen reveals just how crucial this invisible gas is. We've journeyed through an unthinkable scenario where the very act of breathing becomes a challenge. We've seen the profound impact on ecosystems, from the top of the food chain right down to the smallest microorganisms. We've also witnessed how the absence of oxygen would dramatically alter the composition of our atmosphere, affecting weather patterns and climate. We've even considered the possibility of survival in this altered world, exploring scenarios where life adapts in incredible ways. These hypothetical situations serve as a stark reminder of the fundamental importance of oxygen for life on Earth, and the far-reaching consequences of its absence. As we wrap up this journey, let's not forget the role we play in preserving our oxygen-rich world. Remember, every breath you take is a testament to the life-giving power of oxygen. So keep breathing, keep exploring, and stay tuned for more fascinating journeys into the unknown.